Uh-oh. Moments ago, 50 Cent reacts to Jimmy Henchman getting stabbed in prison. That's right, y'all. Moments ago, 50 Cent took to IG to break the news. For those who missed what 50 had to say in his post, 50 says, LMAO, Jimmy the Rat got poked up in the joint. It's hard to be tough around tough niggas. LOL. All right, now again, that was 50 Cent breaking the news about Jimmy Henchman getting stabbed in prison. Okay, as we all know over the years, 50 Cent always sending shots at Jimmy Henchman every chance he gets. Of course, this beef goes back to the mid-2000s, right? During the time when Jimmy Henchman was managing the game. And of course, it was always said that Jimmy Henchman, pretty much put the battery in the back, right, of game to, force him to go against Fifth in the whole unit. You know what I mean? This situation got out of hand. Jimmy Henchman's son got slapped. Again, yayo. This story has been talked about, on several channels on YouTube. I'll actually leave a link in the description. But like I said, this whole situation got out of hand. The moment Henchman's son got slapped, like I said, it's crazy when you really think about it. Here we are in 2026. And of course, as of right now, Jimmy Henchman is in prison. Right? But every now and then you hear his name pop up, right? Because especially now with all of these beefs going on against 50 Cent this year, a lot of MCs have brought up him, possibly, making statements against Jimmy Henchman, accusing him, essentially pointing the police in the direction of him when it comes to the murder of Lodi Mack, right? Again, I'll leave the link in the description. But, of course, these rumors were debunked. But again, every now and then you'll hear, Jimmy Henchman's name pop up, right? Again, remember with T.I. and his son, King, he asked a question about Lodi Mack. You get what I mean? So, like I said, this is hip-hop history for those who may not know. Do your homework. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description so you can actually really go into depth about the beef between 50 Cent and, Jimmy Henchman. Like I said, it got crazy. You know what I mean? They was really trying to look for Fifth and anyone that was a part of the crew. You get what I mean? Now, here's the paperwork that, floats around on social media. This is actually the paperwork that King had posted during the, back and forth with him and 50 over, the jokes being sent at Tiny. But like I said, man, here we are in 2026 and 50 Cent never forgets. Like I said, it's crazy that he even makes the post because essentially he's the one who, broke the news about Jimmy Henchman apparently being stabbed behind bars. But y'all let me know, man, what are your thoughts on 50 Cent and his reaction? Again, do you think he's, wrong for making this post? You know how 50 is. At this point, he champions the fact that he's petty. People like to deem him as, the king of being petty. But in this situation, like I said, ever since we seen, his reaction to Irv Gotti's passing, I mean, we can't put anything past 50 when it comes to this. But like I said, man, this is Fifth on IG breaking the news about Jimmy Henchman apparently getting stabbed behind bars. Like I said, y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And also, what are your thoughts on the paperwork that's been floating around of 50 apparently giving statements, in fear of his life, ever since Jimmy Henchman and, the whole situation with the beef escalated. You get what I mean? Because it got serious. And every now and then, like I said, people always accuse Fifth of ratting and telling, but, I did my homework and they said the paperwork floating around is in fact a fake. But again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Again, my name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor right now and check out the homie Hotep's latest single, Love for Fashion, all right? Available on all streaming platforms. I'm about to bless y'all with a teaser from the video. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit the link in the description, head on over to his YouTube channel, subscribe, like the video, and make sure to tell him Rip sent you, all right? All right, y'all, peace.
Yeah, but real quick. Rip on sneakers with the real shirt. Oversized slacks, so the jean shorts. Matter of fact, I'm Mary's go right with the fit. Got a clear pepper, these Cartier frames got tints.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all. Peace.